Hi, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I decided to divide my explanations by person, so I will be answering both questions about one person at a time. So for Jess, the extent that she goes to seek a better understanding is definitely a greater extent than everybody else. She sees both sides of and acknowledges both views. For example, she noted that the media are not trying to promote an unhealthy lifestyle, they're just trying to give representation of women of all different sizes. I'd say that she's using strong sense critical thinking and the sponge approach, and the reason I say strong sense is because she did acknowledge both sides, whereas for weak sense you would just defend your own position. I think she used the sponge approach because she stayed quiet for a lot of the argument while everybody else seemed to be like yelling and getting really riled up. She was staying calm and waiting until she had an opportunity to speak. Moving on to Dr. Marian Stoppard, this one was hard for me to describe because she's speaking from a medical viewpoint, but she doesn't seem to care about representation for all women, except she did make one comment about how all women shouldn't have to deal with bullying for their shape. But then she continued to defend her arguments afterwards, and she did seem very passionate about it, almost like she was attacking women of a certain size. She doesn't try that hard to listen to anybody else's point of view, but she does try very hard to defend her own position. I'm not really sure what kind of thinking I guess she was using, because I would have said weak thinking, but I know that she was using her medical experience and knowledge to back it up, so I don't really even want to guess there because I'm not sure what I would say. As for Piers Morgan, the male host, he was trying very hard to defend his own position, definitely was not seeking a better understanding, and I think that he was using weak sense critical thinking because he was getting riled up. He didn't listen to other people's opinions, and he was very concerned with defending what he was saying. He even attacked the female host for her weight loss when she tried to address both sides of the argument by saying that she did, because he said that she lost weight because the doctor said to, so he was invalidating her argument. So that to me shows that he was using weak sense critical thinking because he was only concerned with defending his own by attacking and defending. Moving on to the female host, she acknowledges both sides but strongly defends her own. She seems very upset, especially due to the comment that the male host made about her weight loss. I would assume she's using System 1 thinking because she seems to respond very quickly, and it seems to be led by emotion because she does look like she's getting very upset. So I think she's using System 1 thinking. Whether or not their goal seemed to defeat the opposing arguments was also tricky and hard to say because everyone was speaking very passionately, and I think that everyone cared more about defending themselves than achieving a better understanding or seeing another viewpoint, except for Jess Millichamp, because she seemed to sit back and listen more than she was speaking, and she definitely was absorbing the information before she came up with a response. And she did view both sides of the argument.